like the main man, the main source for everybody. Though it is not, it is everybody was saying that it was difficult, but it was simple to me because I've read a lot of materials. I was giving the answer. So now, one of the funny things that in our test, our lecturer gave us the questions before the test. So come with your question. Is that not interesting? Come with the test question. So you have your test question ready. So is that not interesting? So what I should have started now. When I know the question already, I'm the one putting my exam test question to the exam to the test out. Is that not interesting? Same thing exam. No, it's not exam, it's only test. Even exam, the same question he gave us is what that was our exam question. So he gave us question. You see, that was very crazy. Gave us the test question, asked us to print our test question. Why are coming? So everybody, I should have that 30 now. Yes, I should have 70, 70. You know what happened? I was thinking I would have like 99 or 100. Guess what I got? And I'm the one I'm supplying answer to everybody. Source. I got 75. I was like, eh? Oluwa Ope o. I think I will get 1990, 99 or 100. I got 75. I say, when I said, the first thing I first comes to mind that if I can get, if that I'm supplying answer to everybody, if I can get 75 and I was expecting 99, someone that is not under me, that is learning under me, what will the person get? Can you see what I'm talking about? That is the factors of aiming high. So I know that one or two things will happen there. The man might reduce our mark, the man might penalize us for something, you understand? That's why you need to aim high. So as we're entering new semester, we're entering new term, the first thing that what I want to get this course 100, this one 100, this one 100. You have to aim high. That is the first mindset. And I think everybody know why we're aiming high now. We're not just aiming high because we want good things for ourselves. We are aiming high because there are some uncontrollable factors that will set in. And when they set in, when you aim high, it will help you. I've had a lot of scenarios like this that aim high has helped me so well. I was expecting high mark and one thing. See, there's a lot of factors that can affect you. Now, that's for the mindset. Now let's move to the formula. Please don't be faster than me. Please don't be faster than me. Media people, don't be faster than me. Why are you faster than me? I've not got this place now. So now, the next one I want to move to the A formula. This is the golden formula. Now we have what we call A formula. This formula is golden. Don't forget that we are more concerned about simplicity here. We are not talking about, we're not here to make something complex. I'm trying to make everything simplified and we can get it. So we're not learning that, okay, this is A, we are trying to connect everything together. It's just something simple. You get? Now, we have a golden formula. I was about to come across this and create this based on my experience as a teacher, as a tutor, as a coach, as an author, and I've written a lot of books. I think I'm having my 13th book now. So I have a lot of experience. So now, this formula is just what you need to ace any exam. And what is the formula? Read plus solve question plus revision plus self-test. I want everybody to write in your notes. Write it. Please, online people, are you with us? Are you with us? Are you with us? Okay. So now, I hope we get that point of aim high. We are aiming high not because we want something good for ourselves. We are aiming high because there are some factors that we can't control. So when we aim high and the factors set in, we are going to, no matter how we are going to reduce, we are still going to get our desired grade. So now the formula is what? Read, solve question, revision, and self-test. Please, can we all recite that? So now, when you are preparing for exam, let's say we have like 3 months. Before you step into the exam, you need to do these 3 things and 4 things. I have a video on YouTube that I talk about this also. So now, before you step into the exam hall, you need to do these four things. I don't know if you want to start reading 1 month before your exam, or 2 months before your exam, or 2 months before exam. You must do this four step before stepping into the exam hall. Now this is just the golden step. Okay, now look at me now. I'm not the university student that is preparing for new semester. What do I need to do? I know that, okay, oh yes, I need to aim right. Yeah, look at aim right. That is my mindset. Now what am I doing? What is the step? The step I'm taking is that I need to first read, right? After I'm done reading everything I want to read, the materials, we talk about it one after the other. Then we what? We solve questions. When you solve questions, you now do revision. Then we test ourselves. These are the steps. You need to take that 4 steps before step into that exam. So it's like, this is, you read, solve question, revision, self-test, and you jump into the exam hall. Then you see that you are very fine. Now let's talk about tip number one. Now read. When I'm talking about reading, reading is about, okay, read the materials, attend lectures. Attend the lecture is part of reading, because sometimes you don't need to, like, you have to, there is what you call perceptive of the lecturer, or perceptive of the student, of the teacher. So now reading is reading the questions. Then when you are reading when you read the material, attend all the classes. Try. I don't put that command. I'm not saying that you should attend all the classes. Try to attend all the classes. Try to attend all the classes. Okay, I think it's there. Try to attend all the classes. Now, when you are now reading again, there's one mistake most students always do. Okay, I have topic A, B, C, D, E, F. Oh, I'll just read A, B, C, D. I'll do my best, and what they call it? Do your best and leave the rest. If I need to argue now, that rest gone wey you leave. Na that place lecturer go ask question. Na that rest wey you leave gone, na that time lecturer go ask question. Na that rest wey you leave. So now, when you are reading, our A formula is you read, solve question, revision, and self-test. Now when you are reading, read all topics. Please, I think you have taken note of that. Give them water. Read all topics. Now. Read all topics. Don't say I want to read one part. Don't say let me do it. Because you can read. Don't forget that we are trying to what? Ace my exam. We're not trying to do exam. We're not trying to pass. Ace my exam, I want to get excellent results. So you have to, if you have topic A, B, C, D, E, F, you have to read everything. Don't just say, okay, let me read A, B. Because you can read A, B, and lecturer will now, maybe like out of the 40 questions, lecturer will ask like 30 questions from F. Then maybe 1 year, 2 years, then I say, I did not pass. You have to read all topics. That is, when you are reading, everybody knows we are reading our materials, we are attending class, read all topics. Because you don't know where the lecturer is going to ask the question. So you need to read all topics. And when you are reading all topics, make sure you understand. Make sure you are able to remember. We'll talk about that's our next section. That should be our first section initially, but we'll have it now after our break. So make sure you understand. Make sure you're able to remember. We'll talk about how you can remember. Now, and also know how your lecturer is expecting you to answer questions. That's why you need to attend class. That is the reason for attending class. Because sometimes I can ask you, I can be your teacher. I'm teaching. Let's say I'm teaching. What do you call it? I'm teaching. Let's say soil. The way another person is teaching soil, what I'll be expecting you, I'm expecting you to give me in exam, will be different from what this person is expecting to give in exam. That is one of the reasons you need to attend class. Excuse me, you're not attending class just to read. You're attending class just to know the perspective of the lecturer. Because lecturer have their own perspective. Do you get? So, okay, the class is not, everything is not in order. Attend because sometimes lecturer have their own perspective. Another perspective is set in the what? In the exam. So now you read all the topics, attend class, make sure you're able to remember, make sure you're able to what? Understand. We talk about that, how you can remember, you can understand. Now the next, after you are done reading, then you what? You solve questions. Wait, in the exam, what are you doing in the exam first? What are we doing in the exam? Are we not solving questions in exam? Yes, we're solving questions in exam. So you solve that question before you get to the exam. You cannot say that, okay, I'm done, I've read everything now. I'll talk there's in my current book I'm trying to write now. I'm talking about these two things. The power of the chapter I talk about the power of revision and self-test. I'll talk about that. Only one chapter. I talk about the power of revision and self-test. These two things are very powerful. Now, you know that if you read, you can pass. Yes, you can pass. You can even X some. You can even get A in some exam. It's possible. But we're looking at X my exams, everything. Now, you have to solve questions because what are you doing in exam? We're also what? Solving questions. It's like someone that is learning graphic design now. Are you with me? Let's say I want to do graphic design. I have to learn graphic design first and try to do some things, right? Try to do some practice. When I say, okay, I know, can you help me to design this thing? You will have do one or two things. You can't do, I've not time for let's say, I'm not coming to design. No, it's not making sense. So it is now based on your practice that will not determine how you can deliver the work. Are you with me? So that we are trying to solve questions first. You solve questions. And what are you solving? You are solving the classwork, the examples, the practice question, past questions. Everybody know that. Past questions, you don't know that now. I need to take that's of the classwork, the examples, the assignments, maybe your lecturer, maybe teacher or lecturer give you practice questions and your past questions. You have to solve all these things. Why? Why are we solving all these things? Because most of all your questions are always from these guys. Do you get? Most of all these questions are always from me. That's why you have to what? Solve questions. Now, like you are solving, like you want to give me a task now. I've done it, I've practiced it. Okay, like now we that are playing instrument. Let's say I'm not listening to a song for the first time. If I've practiced the song before and I want to play it in maybe when I was trying to present, or trying to minister, or trying to do maybe I'm playing for the video, you'll have done that before. Now when you get there, you play well. But let's say that I've not heard that song before, and now starting I should come and play on that section. You can't compare with someone that played before and practiced before them. Do you get? So when you solve questions, you solve the classwork, the examples, because these are always the source of the what of your exam questions. So now the next one is revision. The next one is revision. You know that you can read something now, and the next day they ask you, you can't remember. That is the function of revision. You know that because revision, when I talk about revision, they want to call what they call repetition. Okay, let's do this very quick. Say ABC to Z, ABC to E, A, B, C, D, E, right? You know it. Why? Because we have walk over it, walk over it, walk over it, walk over it, walk over it. Now, ask one question now, maybe like one of your recent topic, maybe last, you might not be able to remember. Do you get? or I should just have one formula in my head. But why are you able to remember ABCD? Because we have work over it, work over it, work over it, work over it. So now revision will will also help you to retain the information in your brain. Don't ever read a topic once and say, okay, I've read the topic already. That is it. No, it doesn't work like that. You go over it. You go over it. You talk about. I would have loved us to have the first section first because you will have understand this thing better in the first because of the first section. Now you go over it. You go over it. You go over it. Okay, you go over it. You go over it. You go over it. Now the next one is now self-test. Self-test. I want us to write this. I want us to listen. Listen. Don't write. Listen. Reading gives false sense of learning. Reading gives false sense of learning. FALSE. But self-test allows you to know the actual thing in your brain. Have you not experienced something like this that you have read the whole material, you think you know it now. When exam, the lecturer will now ask question in the exam based on that topic. Now say, hey, you find it difficult to answer. Because normally you think that okay, it has happened to me. So I believe it has happened to everybody. You will have read the topic and think that I know it already. But when they ask you question, voila, they. So now reading alone will give you 4 sets of learning. But this test will not let you know the actual thing you know. That thing that you know. You know that okay, I've learned on, I don't know, I'm using soil. Soil is the common topic. Okay, you know that soil is this, soil is this, soil is that. Now that test, when you test yourself, because in exam, what are you doing? They are testing you. So you will have tested yourself before they test you. So it's like I have a topic which is, let's say, soil and everything. Now I've read the whole topic. Before you ask me that what is soil in exam, I've asked myself what is what? What is soil? Before you ask me type of soil, I've asked myself type of soil. So now testing yourself will let you know that okay, this is the actual thing I know. Or it will also help you know that this one, no, I don't know it, I'm just deceiving myself. Do you get? So now the main formula is before going to exam hall, you read, solve question, revision, and self-test. You must do these four things before entering the exam hall. Let's say we have this is the exam, and let's say I'm going to the exam hall. You must read first, then you what? You solve question, then you what? Then you test yourself, then you enter the exam hall. You are going to take the exam. That is the secret. You see, I'm making it this now. If you want to start writing much notes, we can write like 20 pages of anything on it. But I'm trying to simplify it here. So as from today, you have an exam. Let's say they call it chemistry, they call it biology, they call it CHM, anything, they call it ST, anything. Before you go to that exam hall, make sure that you have read the material, right? You have solved questions, you have revised, and you have tested yourself. It's like when you are giving me question on soil now, I've already tested myself. I know I got 5/10 already. I know that there's problem, right? Then I'll work on myself. I'll have to go over it and okay, work on myself, and probably I'll get 9/10. So when I get to exam, I'm not testing me on the first instance for me to know that I'm not really good. Do you get? So now as from today, you have to know the formula. What's the formula? Read, solve question, and what? Revise and test yourself. That is the secret. If you do this thing, trust me, you're going to have you're going to have excellent results. One thing I always say when I was in university that if I don't have A in a course, I'm the course. I'm the person that calls that thing because I know what to do. I know the right thing to do. I've been in situation before that I did not do well in a test and exam, and I know that, and I blame myself direct because I know what to do before getting to the exam. I know what to do. I can give different scenarios. There's one time when I was in my final year, we were working on a project. I was unable to like. I know that I need to do past question. Now, when I was doing past question, I just do oral past question. Yes, I will talk about in our first section. That is why I should have talked about the first section first, because there are a lot of things you are going to learn. That's what we call pen to paper reading. Have you heard about that before? Pen to paper reading. Pen to paper reading, you are going to write. It also helps to know the actual thing you know in your brain. You say, yeah. So in that time, I was just doing oral. Okay, yes, divine this, divine, exam hall. Hey, maybe the give me one. I want to give me one sentence. Just give me one sentence. What is science? Okay, now, what is science? That is the sentence. You know what happened? Maybe in the exam, I remember what, but I don't remember is. And if I don't know is, I will not remember what science. If I know is, I will know what science. So when I was just doing orally, okay, yes, I know it already. What is science? What is science? I get that when I want to write it, I can't remember. I don't remember the next. I don't know when you skip one word in a sentence, you know to replace to the next one. Have you never experienced that before? So that's why you do what we call pen paper reading. I will emphasize for that when we have our next session. Pen paper reading. So that day I did not do pen paper reading, and I get the exam hall almost, and the woman gave us question. I say I know all this thing, but now to write, wahala. So I was just doing myself. I know that I was doing myself because I know that I did the wrong thing. I also have another scenario that I did silly mistake in the test. Why? Because I did not do pen paper reading. The other part too, I get to the exam hall, I could not do well because I did not revise. Because I know what I need to do before getting the exam hall. So I'm telling you what you need to do now. So anytime you meet yourself in exam, you will have known that okay, this is the mistake I made, and that is how it was affecting me. So I want to get to that my stage now, whereby when you not do well in exam, you know you are the what? You are the cause. So you know the necessary step you need to take before you get to exam. So to reach your exam, what's the formula? What you read, solve question, and self-test. If you not do that 14, don't enter that exam hall. You are not going to do well in most cases. So that is for that part. And the last step, the last thing we talk about now is, please can you help me to share that screen. Now the next one is, please can you help me to load it. Now the next one is the one top secret is take your test very serious. In different school scenarios, test, this test, test, everybody just test. See, test. Let's do something like this now. In most exam, you want to get A. Let's say in an exam we have test for 30, right? An exam for 70, or test for 40, or exam for 100, exam for 60. Now, most scenarios, tests are always simple than exam. Do you agree with that? You can easily get 30 in test. You can easily get 29 in test, but exam, that time lecturer don't say they won't punish the students. Yes, let's find it. So now, why not use that opportunity to gather points? Why not use this one to gather points? So most times when I'm in a semester, my test, the way I take my test, you think they pass test, you go think say na exam. Because I know that it is easy for me to get more mark in test than exam. So I will have, let's say I've gathered my 30 mark in test already. How many did I need to get to in exam? 40. Don't forget that we said that aim high. If you are aiming high, not because I've gotten 30, you now say that okay, yes, because I need 40, I'll just get 40. Don't forget that there's some factor that you can't that you can't control. You still need to aim for what? 70. So if I get like 29 in test, or I get 25 in test, or I get 23 in test, the amount of mark I will need will be more lesser than that of what? That I will need to have like 1 or 2. So you use your test to gather points. It's like an edge for you. You use to gather points. You get? It's like look how test look like now. It's like I want to jump this fence. I can jump it, but it will take me like more strength. But I now have ladder. So I'm not using the opportunity of ladder just for me to help myself to get better. That's how test work. So gather point in test. Take your test very seriously, and you're going to have your way. So Please, the next slide. I'll just talk about this briefly. There are also other things that can help you. But don't forget, my main teaching is what is the right formula. The formula is what? You need to read. That's my main teaching. Now, additional thing that you can use is study group. Steal people knowledge. Steal people. Yeah, I'm saying it. Steal people knowledge. Steal. You can don't depend on your knowledge alone. Still, I'm saying it. Steal people knowledge. You are to you, then you do your own personal thing, but still their knowledge too. Understand? And one thing is balancing all courses, balancing all subjects. That is the secret about you see someone that is doing well. That is this most times balancing all courses bring difference between top students. You see some top students that they are 4.9, some are in 4.7, some are on 4.5. Most times this balancing all subjects brings the difference between them. Because one thing I always tell you that you want to get A, don't say you can have 8 courses and now I'm not focusing on only course A, course A, course A. I mean, okay, let's say you have A, let's say you have 4 courses now. 1, 2, 3, you're not focusing on this one. You now get only A, you now get F, F, F. This A is not useless. It's useless now. I mean, it's not useless, it's useless. So, you know, even when you're putting on energy, don't just work, don't just use this strategy in one part. Use it in what? Every part. When you're balancing your subject. There's one guy in our school, he's in our department that time. Like we are doing the same course. That guy is even like doing better than me. What happened? This guy don't able to have 1990. Oh. Nothing concerned with 99. You just see him. He had 5.0 like 4 times or 5 times. You don't even, if like we have 98, that's the problem. You just see him out of the 10 course, you just have 71, 72, 75, 78, 79, 71, 72, 5.0. But one person, 99, 58. Seven, we understand now 100. You understand another person C 54. Yeah, you have to balance it. That guy, I always have more scores than him. But nothing concern him. Oh. But most times, I always have all A's and one B. That is my regular thing. All A's and one B. You see me having 9 mark. But that guy, nothing concern him. Like, be the best person in the subject. Nothing concern him. Like, I have the highest mark, top student. It's only that you see me 71, 72, 74, 75, 71, 72. I'm talking about Victor. 71, 72, 5.0. And we that we have 99, 80, we now have 4 point something. So you need to balance all your subjects. Still people knowledge balance. Last thing, please last thing. Balance all your subjects, study. Balancing will help you. Don't just it's very important. You be like don't steal, but me I always steal sha. So balancing please can you show in the last part? I think they have one last thing here. We have last okay now. Avoid silly mistake and time management. Avoid see, do you know why silly mistake? Silly mistake no respect if you be scholar. Oh. Silly mistake no respect if you be scholar. I've done see. Do you know why? Do you know how you can avoid this silly mistake? All this thing I'm talking about now, all this avoiding silly mistake, you have control it here in this self-test. Because in self-test, you will have seen where you are doing your what, you have seen your weak areas, you have seen your challenge. That's why you can see that this thing, most times people might prepare and they will have some issue. These are where you have to look. Silly mistakes. This self-test will help you because you will have seen all your silly mistakes before you get to exam hall. Do you get? And the last one is time management. Work with your time. Do you all get 1 or 2 things from this section? So what's my main teaching here right now? The golden A formula, which is what? You read what? Solve question. Don't ever enter exam hall without doing this 14. And when you enter exam hall with doing this 14, you're going to what? You're going to exit the exam. Thank you very much. Yes.